What is up, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Backwoods Escape. And holy moly, it has been a minute since I posted on this channel. I do apologize. So many things have happened, work stuff, personal stuff, and just life got in the way. This is just a side hobby of mine. So therefore, that's why I've been absent. But I am seeing a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel. I don't think I can quite commit to weekly videos at this moment, but hopefully at least twice a month. But for this video, I want to hop in and do a review on these bad boys right here, which are my hollow socks. Now, I bought these in December, I want to say November, December, roughly that time frame. And I honestly had not heard of this company before, but I was getting hit hard with ads on Facebook and Instagram. Every single time I would log in, I'd be hit with these ads, and they did pique my curiosity. I mean, advertisements, good advertisements do work on me. I am not immune from them, and they caught my attention. So what is unique about these is that they use baby alpaca wool. And what is apparently unique, right? I didn't know any of this beforehand, but what is unique about baby alpaca wool is that the hair strands are actually hollow. Therefore, the name hollow socks for these ones. And so the claim is that the reason that's superior, again, this is the claim. I'm not saying this is actually factual, but the claim is that because it is hollow, there is going to be a gap between your skin and the cold air, right? So if this is a hollow sock right here, and your skin is down here, and the cold air is up here, there's going to be a gap, and that cold air is never going to be able to get to you. So that's why they claim that it is superior to regular sheep wool and stuff like that. So, I thought the idea was pretty interesting. Their pricing is fair, right? A lot of times I do get hit with ads and I do see interesting products, but then they're way too overpriced. But these were about $35 if I remember correctly, around there. These are their boot socks. They have a bunch of other different models like everyday wear, but these are specifically designed for cold weather. And if you watched my channel before, you actually know that my feet are very susceptible to getting cold, which is another reason why this, drew my attention, because I'm always looking for different solutions to make sure that my feet don't get cold. So I had the opportunity to test these just the other weekend. I went up into the mountains where there's currently snow right now, did some snow camping. It's always fun. Love doing that. And I use these. So they were pretty impressive. Now, it wasn't the coldest of temperatures when I was at the top of the mountain. I would say the lowest it got was about 30 degrees. So I don't want to claim I was like in this, kind of tundra, Arctic tundra style weather, and they really held up. I was about 30 degrees if I had to guess. Now, they claim that they are good for all the way down to negative 20 degrees. I don't know if I would actually believe that, but nevertheless, in terms of my overall thoughts and performance, for me at least, in my snowy weather, I was impressed by this. So, whenever I sleep, regardless whether it's summertime or the winter, I do carry some goose down booties. And actually also just a new pair of those. So I'll be doing a future video on that. Just quick side note. I always wear goose down booties when I go to sleep for my feet because my feet always get cold. My entire body can be perfectly warm, but my feet will still be freezing regardless of whether I'm in a 15 or 0 degrees. Like, it's just the reality, right? And so I put these on and I put the goose down booties on, and I actually had to take the goose down booties off simply because my feet were so hot. I was sweating like crazy. And that's something I've never encountered, particularly in snowy weather conditions. So that was kind of like sign number one that these are pretty impressive. But the real test came when I took them off because, right, was it the new down booties that I was testing? Was it these? Was it the combination of the two? And so I took the goose down booties off and I went back to sleep, and I kept the goose down booties off throughout most of the night. Not the whole night. I did not make a whole night through without the goose down booties. But the fact that I was able to just wear these through the vast majority of the night, let's just say 85% of the night, maybe even 90% of the night, I was just able to hang on to these for my feet to keep my feet warm. For me, again, knowing how cold my feet get, that I found that to be very, very impressive. So it is one small sample size. I will say that it wasn't the coldest of weathers. It was about 30 degrees. I've said that. So, maybe if I test these again in, 10 or 15-degree weather, my experience might be a little bit different. But again, I just know how susceptible my feet are for getting cold, even in moderately cold temperatures. And so for those reasons, I was left impressed. And the other interesting thing too that I liked about this is that one thing they claim, and all wool socks claim this, by the way, whether it's sheep wool, alpaca wool, but they all claim that your socks will start stinking after a certain while, right? Certainly has not been my experience with sheep wool. And so I was curious to see what would happen with this one. And I will say this was better from a smell standpoint. Again, they claim that, oh, it doesn't smell like anything. And they have videos of people taking like dirty socks off and sniffing them and saying that they can't smell anything. I think that's exaggerated. However, they did smell a lot fresher and didn't smell bad, so to speak, after I took them off from this can. So I think that is another positive indication that these are worth looking at. So I will continue to use them. Hopefully, I will be able to test them and some more extreme cold weathers. But my first impression is certainly positive. And if I do end up testing them, actually, sorry, I should say when I do end up testing them in the future in significantly colder temperatures, if I feel like they don't hold up, I will certainly do a follow up video and be like, oh, hold on, anything below 15 degrees, these are not going to work well. But like I said, great positive signs both on the warmth side and on the stench side. So definitely give them a look if you haven't already. I'll put a link to them down below. If you have any questions about this product, as always, just let me know in the comments below. And one thing I would love to ask from you to support this channel is please subscribe. It really helps and motivates me to put more content out there. I've got several videos that have several thousand views. And so, it seems like people are enjoying this. So it's another indication though, if you're able to subscribe. So I appreciate your support in advance. That's all I've got for you today. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time.